Hey y'all, back for round two. Easy Life won the die roll again. Easy game, easy life. Yep, definitely want to play. This hand has 4 land in it, and if y'all watched my last video, I essentially said there is no hand with 4 land in it that is good enough. But if there's a hand that's close, it's this one. So we have a turn 2 attack for 4 with a Boros Charm in hand. We get to already have our Copperline Gorge in play. We're not taking a lot of damage in case he's burn. If we draw like one more land, we lose the game though, essentially. And our opponent is disconnected, so I guess that means something. Disregarding the fact that our opponent is disconnected, I'm gonna make the mulligan decision. Uh, I did a lot of being wrong in the last round, so maybe I was wrong about the 4 land thing in the last video. So I think I'm gonna give this one a shot, and if I'm punished, then I'm punished. So I'll just click keep now and stop stalling because I know this is probably not a great keep, and I'm alright, but there is a better 6 than this out there. I'm hoping to change two. Alright, so I would trade in 2 lands for 1 spell in an ideal situation. I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm gonna keep this hand. We're gonna try it. We're here to test. I'm keeping this hand. Keep. Up. Oh, he was back quickly. He also keeps. Alright. So the only downside leading with Copperline Gorge Wild McConnell is if he's on loam, he can flame jab it. I've definitely been flame jabbed before when I've led this way. I don't think that matchup is popular enough that that would be a deterrent of me opening up like this. If he has a gut shot or a ping your guy effect, then you guys will get to listen to me go on tilt. But barring that, I think this is always a safe opener, unless you think your opponent has flame jab or gut shot in their deck. Our opponent didn't play a land main phase 1, but he did in main phase 2. Is this poison again? It could be. Alright, spell. I'm definitely happy about that. Well, we're going to pay some life here. And we're going to cast Swiftspear and hold up path. For you. Attacking for 4 on turn 2 is not a bad thing. I'll never be upset about it. Oh, I have 6. That was a mistake. Turn off auto yields. Never let them think you have nothing. Visions, I guess. Eidolon would have been a sick rip there. But command is definitely not a bad one. I'm not upset about it. Alright, our opponent is keeping up with the trend of playing his lands in May phase 2. Still not casting anything, so maybe he's just like blue-red and he found his breeding pool. I don't know. We're obviously going to learn. We're obviously going to figure it out as we go. I'm going to cast another Swiftspear and get in there. And if he doesn't block, I think I'll Latarka's command. Three and give my guys a reach. Yep, the reach is what I want here, not the pump. Just in case he flashes in his Pestermite to block. Or something. It's the plus. I care about the plus. I'm trolling. That's what I care about. It's the plus. The reach is usually irrelevant. Although I have in standard cast a target's command to block a Mantis Rider before with a Swiftspear. That did come up. But On a normal basis, I don't think it will. Our opponent's essentially dead. Yep. Uh, that was the power of a Tarkus command. Just to illustrate what had happened, we tapped 2 mana and dealt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 3. We dealt 8 damage for 2 mana. Now Boros Charm gets a lot of clout for being very good for 4 damage for 2 mana. Literally twice as good as Boros Charm in that spot. Now our opponent could have had a million things. He could have had Spell Pierce, he could have Spell Snare, he could have Remand, he could have Negate, he could million things. Literal name a spell in Modern. He could have had it. Deprive, he could have had anything. But he didn't, and died with a full grip. And we don't have a lot of information about his deck in game 2, but that's some of the beauty about this deck. It doesn't matter because we're just going to kind of do our own thing. So all I really know is he has more. He's got islands, so Firecraft's got to be good. My life total probably doesn't matter a lot because islands, unless he's Merfolk, but Breeding Pool doesn't lead me to believe Merfolk. Blue, green, or blue generally have Spellskite as opposed to the life gain decks that green or what, or that the green decks or white decks may have. I mean, it's not inconceivable he has Feed the Clan. I definitely don't want to board in Skullcrack for that slim hunch. I haven't seen enough of his deck. I don't know if Path will be good enough. Definitely not boarding in Rending Volley for anything. Alright, so Skullcrack in case it's life gain or Spellskite, because you can't Spellskite Skullcrack. So I guess we're just gonna hedge on both of them. When I board in my third Firecraft, I usually like taking out my my Lavamancer because they are kind of good in opposite matchups and they are a little bit of a nombo with each other. I'm not gonna say if he had a creature he would have played it in the first 2 turns, but I mean, he didn't even cast a spell. He didn't even have Serum Visions. I don't know if his deck is very proactive. We do need 60 cards in our deck though. Skullcrack might be better than Grim Lavamancer. We're just going to go with that for now. We're going to put in Skullcrack, leave out the Lavamancer, just on we want Spell Mastery. And we're going to submit this deck as a buzzer beater. You're going to have to excuse my clearing of throat. The people I shared a room and car with at the Invitational enjoyed the room at a frigid 0 degrees Kelvin. And they did not want to listen to reason when I told them I was shaking too hard to sleep. This hand is okay. I don't know if I'd rather have this been a Lavamancer. I think I would have, but I'll keep this hand. Who knows? Maybe this will be insane. That's the fun of Magic. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Fetch. What are those? Welcome to Moe's. I don't know anything else that sounds like that. Search for tomorrow. Well, alright. Skullcrack's gonna be great. Alright. What do you know? There it is there. Alright. Fetch. We're gonna get... Our life total does matter in this matchup because Valakut bolting us. So bolting ourselves just kind of speeds his clock up. I'm inclined to get Mountain just because I have another fetch, and I don't think he's going to path me. So let's get in there. Sure. Search counter is good. Alright. So he's going to have to cast a Search for tomorrow next turn, and he's going to take 2 damage off that. he could just have 4 mana like Obstinate Baloth, and I would really want Skullcrack up. But if he just has like turn 3 Obstinate Baloth on the play, like we're just low percent to win that game anyway. I kind of want to play this Eidolon. I kind of also want to play Swiftspear Bolt. I think Swiftspear Bolt represents more damage. So that's what I'm going to do. It might be wrong. Upstairs. Main phase. Yeah. Alright. Attack with everybody. I did get blown out by a Kiora once. That was pretty good of them. Pretty happy this guy doesn't have Kiora. Peer through depths. We would have just peered in response to my Eidolon. Excuse me one sec. Sorry about that. So our opponent is peering, trying to figure out what are those. And he takes a search. Alright, and then he's going to cast this search. Is he going to cast search? Let's show the card we know about. Search. It's not Courser. Alright, search it is. So next turn is just Thragtusk. Or are we dead? Trivelder? What'd you draw? Trivelder. That's a good one. It's good for you. Congrats. Really wish I'd bolt that. Jeez. Alright, Coddle's a good one. I don't think I'm going to leave Skullcrack up. Or should I? He's got a million mana, so he's probably gaining life soon. I don't think he has no life gain for me. He's definitely got some life gain for me. Of the cards I know he has in hand, I don't know any of his cards in hand. He has 3 mystery cards in hand. Am I just dead to escape shift actually? One. Alright, we're just going to sack here, obviously. The Skullcrack is going to do nothing here. Prowess for the extra damage. Won't be worth it. So you'll have 6 lands. You'll play a 7th. Escape shift for 7. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna Google Valakut real quickly. Right. Yes, I would like this image enlarged. Alright. So, if he Valakuts on 7, we will take 3 times 6, 18. Alright. So we're just dead. So we're dead to Valakut regardless. Or escape shift, sorry, I keep calling it Valakut. Because it'll be 18 damage. He does have one of his mountains though. He did fetch none of his dual. I guess he's been only fetching basics this whole time. Or he's only been casting cards that fetch basics. Or fetched for a basic. And then had mono cards that got basics. Alright, yep, fetch shock. We're gonna get Sacred Foundry. Play our Pyrostatic Pillar and pass. Pyrostatic Pillar Bear. He's a Pyrostatic Pillar Bear. Yeah. Alright, escape shift, I'm dead. Escape shift, I'm dead. Yep. Alright, do you have enough mountains in your deck? Unlike the Deceiver Exarch combo, which I normally concede to my opponent after they've Splinter Twinned, I normally allow my opponent to actual escape shift me, because it is conceivable that they run out of mountains. Although I think he has enough mountains to kill me, I, again, it's not a lot of clicking. I'm asking him to click 7 things in his deck. The C-Rex Arc Trigger, I definitely understand. Alright, yeah, this looks like enough mountains, definitely. You're not going to pay 2 life for any of these? Are you sure? Alright, you need a misclick. 1, 3, 6. Put them on the stack. 9. Click it. 12. 15. 18. Gas. Alright, we did it, boys. Alright, well, I know what he is now. We're on the play this time. Grim is actually pretty okay in this matchup. It shoots the things out of the way. I don't have Molten Rain. I don't want Molten Rain. Don't really want Path, because that's kind of playing into what he's doing. Searing Blaze is pretty bad. Running Volley didn't do nothing. Helix, I don't really think there's a world where I'm like helixing to stay alive after he Valakits. Although it would be quite the blowout if he just like Valakits me for 18 and I'm just like helix, gain it back and kill you with my guys in play. But it's important not to get FPS. And that's not frames per second, that is fancy play syndrome. It was explained to me by a wise sage in the past. Goes by Jerry T. Nice guy. Very nice guy. What am I boarding out against you? Riftbolt's probably a turn too slow against this kind of deck. It's definitely the one I shave most often. So that's what we're going with. There it is. Yes, I would like to play first. Alright. So I'm gonna mulligan this hand. Don't get me wrong, this hand is not like garbage, but it's garbage. This hand's fine. Got 2 creatures and a bolt, 3 lands. He cast every spell in our deck. Definitely not complaining. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't mean to keep making gross sounds into the mic. Alright, the coddle here. F8. You do your thing. Land visions. Land go. Valakut go. Oh. Well, I see. It's not a party unless you got 2 Guidos. Oh, that was racist. I meant guide. I'm not a racist, I promise. Look at him with his big old floppy ears and his big nose and his tarp he's wearing with his weird looking toes. Of course he's a Guido. I promise I don't hate Guidos. I'm just making jokes. Alright, I'm just gonna play both of these guys and shove. Hopefully you draw a million land. Not, okay, that sounded bad. Hopefully you draw some cards off my Goblin Guide. That's not what I meant. Hopefully you draw a million land. Not that my opponent can hear me and like be like, oh, I heard you wish me bad luck. But like, I always dislike wishing my opponents bad luck. Dislike is probably not the word I wanted to use. He bolted our Nicodle, that's fine. We drew another Nicodle. Easy life, easy game. Better players draw better cards. Cough, cough, cough. Yep, skill game, skill game. I don't know if I should play this Aaron Mesa. I'll play around Spell Pierce. He can't actually Spell Pierce anything with this land. But he could Tribe Elder next turn. I think I'd just rather go upstairs still. Beginning of combat, bolt you. Yep. It's imperative to bolt your opponent at awkward times when playing a burn deck. Goyf, huh? Alright. Someone's got some spice in his rack. In his spice rack. not like breasts. Not that there's anything wrong with breasts. Don't I don't know if it's a male or a female. Oh, yeah, he just conceded. Well, okay then. Sometimes you just dump your hand on a mulligan of 5, and you keep Goblin Guide, Bolt, Nicodle 3 lands, and you draw Guide Nicodle. Sometimes the deck doesn't care that you're bad. It'll just win anyway. You guys should all play this deck at SCG Cincinnati. There's the finals. Yeah, I got one more match. What am I talking about? I'm like wrapping up for no reason. I'll see you all next round for the finals. Bye bye.